You scared me, man. What's up, man?
I'm not worried today.
Oh, you're good, man. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I appreciate you.
So Mike's the name, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Like it. All right, so what's the issues you're having, buddy?
The motor's plumb. No, I'm just kidding. It's cutting out. It's like it dies at stop signs occasionally.
Yeah.
And then it, let me think here, it's running a little rough. We had one little cheap coat rears. I'm sure you laugh
Yeah.
at those. I can tell you stories about that, but I've done it. If you can do something stupid, I've done it.
That's awesome, man. Luckily for you, I got a Top Don scanner sent to me from the people themselves, and so I'm excited. I used it once before, just a couple days ago, and it was amazing. I am really excited for it.
My son goes, he told me about you, and I go, what you tell me? He said TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok. But,
Yeah.
I'm thinking YouTube. You was on YouTube? Oh, well, you probably know me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I think I got a smartphone about a little over a year ago, I think. So I'm just starting to catch up.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, dude. I love it. I freaking love it, dude. People, and then, dude, especially it brings me to people like you. All right, so here we are. We are at this is a Phoenix Plus, and we're at our feature screen, where our open diagnostic screen. So we're just gonna go to auto scan, so I don't have to manually enter in everything. And so here's our OBD. Here's all of our modules here. So we're gonna do a smart scan where we're just gonna go through all of them. And then right here, as you can see, okay, so you see there in the ECM, we got normal, abnormal, scanned, not equipped. Immediately in the CAN from 6 to 14, we got ECM problems. Oh, and BCM problems. All right, so as you can see, we got 2 faults in the ECM, 4 faults in the BCM. So we're gonna go to our system list here, and I'm gonna go directly into both of these and see where we're faulted at. So this is automatic transmission. It's not equipped with the push button. All right, let's see what we got here. We're not gonna clear nothing until we know exactly what it is. Okay, so we got an evap emissions system flow during. All right, and then we got an intake airflow system performance, paused and failed. I'm pretty familiar with both of these codes, so I know what to kind of look for next because of these two. Now we're gonna go into the BCM. Back. Oh, I went too far back, sorry. System list. BCM, we got 4. Read fault code. Okay, so it says the hood's open. We got a driver window motor malfunction, lost communication with heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and cooling, the HVAC module. So which is obviously this. Let's see if that's accurate. All right, so we have full communication with the HVAC module as far as the blender actuator goes and the fan module goes. We got to, once I'm done with this, I'll start it up and we'll test, make sure that it goes from heat to cold, which I do believe so. I don't think that'll be a problem. I will say in a radio, sometimes they'll display that it has a fault. If it offers like this, the series or the FM radio, if it offers, yeah, and which it does, see there. But anyways, if it offers that, then, and if you don't activate it, then it'll show a fault code through the system. Just that not being activated, but it will show. And some people will be like, oh, your radio's messed up, and it's not. It's just showing you like, hey, I can be activated, but I'm not. Okay guys, so here's the deal. I've seen this code way too many times to not know exactly what it is. So this is correlating to that purge valve that's up there. However, having an exhaust code like that could very well mean a lot of different things. You could have a faulty gas cap, which this one's nice and tight. You could have a canister under there that's bad, or even a fuel line that's clogged up or even leaking. If you're having rough idle and you have a purge valve solenoid and you have one of those codes, the very first thing you want to check is this. So this is your purge valve right here. And so how we're gonna check it is we're just gonna pinch these in, push them down, and then that'll pop off. Safety clip, and then that'll just, now so since this is disconnected, we can go ahead and start the vehicle. And if we have vacuum here, then that means this is stuck open, and so it needs to obviously be closed. If there's no connection to this, it needs to be closed. So let's give it a shot. And so as you can see there, it is stuck open. Alrighty, that was an easy one. All right, my brother, I figured it out.
What was it?
It's a purge valve solenoid.
A purge valve?
Purge valve solenoid. You know what? Let me show you real quick. I did a little test on it, and the easiest generic test there is to do on a sensor or a solenoid. I wish they were all like this, but they're not. So sometimes you got to use the old Top Don. But here's your, so that's your purge valve solenoid. So how I checked it was I just disconnected the hose, then I disconnected the connection. And then so if it's stuck open, it'll have a vacuum once the vehicle started. It's supposed to be closed because obviously it's off, there's no connection to it. You don't owe me nothing, man. I freaking made you wait longer than I should have. So dude, it's my fault. So like, I'm a man of my word.
While being whiny, I was kind of sick. But
no, you're all good. It happens, dude, and I completely understand. I completely understand it. And I mean, seriously, something as silly as a solenoid like that will cause a freaking headache. You know what I mean? Wow. Yeah. So and it'll make your car die. But the most notorious thing it does is rough idle. Oh, wow. Yeah, and especially like when you're stopping and stuff. But absolutely, man. I'll be here tomorrow at 11, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need any more business, but you'll be getting a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Absolutely. I appreciate working for fine folks like yourself. Back, man.
There you go. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. You ready to stop rough idling, man?
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, not a problem, buddy.
So sorry about being
That's what I'm here for. Oh no, man, you're all good. You're all good. You weren't in any way, dude. I understand it. Cool. I understand it completely. And like I said, man, I don't. Like I even texted you, dude. I don't take that stuff personally ever because I know frustration. People, look, man. I was raised by girls. Okay, I was raised by women, so they say stuff that they don't mean all the time, and I got over. You know what, you have a big forehead, or like just personal, crossing the line instantly with me. I got over all that because later on it'll be like, they'll feel bad for it, and I know they will. And so
take with their emotions for some reason most of the time.
Yeah. So and it's just a process of and natural instinct of a human being to get upset and say some stuff that he possibly could possibly could regret.
Yeah. You must have a heck of a mom and dad, man. You must be a really good person.
Well, my parents were good people for sure. My dad was an excellent man. My mom she is a really nice lady. I was just kind of raised with the I was gifted, man, really. I always had emotion for people, and I never liked seeing people struggle, and yeah, it was always just a
weakness. It's not a very big strength, as you well know. I don't tell you, I just know what kind of person you are. I'll show you a picture of my wife today.
Nice.
I didn't do that. Just playing.
All right, man. Good. Start this sucker. Awesome. Our RPMs are staying steady. Cool beans, brother. All right, let me run a diagnostics on it, make sure that problem is correcto. Yeah. Well, I didn't go to school for this until about 4 years ago. I've been doing it for a bit longer though, but I wanted to get, what's the word, professional in it. I wanted people to look at me more seriously at the place that I was employed at, so, which that didn't really happen, man. They kind of like, they're like, everyone was like, why are you going to school, man? You work all day and go straight to school until freaking 11 o'clock and go home? That's dumb. Look at that, man. It cleared, brother.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wow. Now what is that? It's like a little computer.
Yeah.
Are these pretty good? Are these pretty good cars just overall, you know?
Yeah. It's always that purge valve, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's always that purge valve. I've done so many of them.
Wow. They last pretty long, or?
No, yeah, not really. How awesome. Now I just need to clear your light.
Cool.
You obviously don't want to clear the light without making sure that the problem is.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, you're very welcome, man. It was great meeting you, Mike. I can't wait to do it again, buddy.
My daughter said, could you give a shout out to my son, Johnny?
Absolutely, yeah,
He's
for
a big
sure.
fan, apparently. Bigger than I even knew that he was. But
absolutely.